cuando veo a Andrew del otro lado. Andrew, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, mate?
I'm good. Here is a bit cold. I don't know how is Las Vegas doing.
It's nice and hot here. It's beautiful. Just got out of the pool, actually, so yeah, very nice weather.
Bueno, I will try to translate your answer so the Argentine fans understand what you're saying, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, no problem at all, mate.
Alright, so when you answer me, I will translate it quickly so the fans here can understand what you mean, what you say. Recién nos decía Andrew que salió de la pileta, que Las Vegas está bastante caluroso, lo envidiamos un poco. I know that you and your brother are in Vegas. Tell me a little bit how you got there.
Yeah, that's right. We're in Las Vegas at the moment. There's obviously travel restrictions everywhere around the world, but we were lucky enough that our manager, Tony Tolge, somehow got an exemption and requested that we were allowed to travel, and the Australian and American government allowed for myself and my brother and our team to travel over here to hopefully fight in around 4 weeks' time.
Nos dice Andrew que tuvo suerte que el gobierno estadounidense le permitió ingresar, que hubo una excepción, que llegaron justo a tiempo, preparándose para buenas peleas que se le vienen seguramente. How is the COVID situation in Vegas?
It's very different to when I've been here before. If you drive down the main strip in Las Vegas, everything's shut. All the hotels and casinos are shut, so there's no one around at all. But outside of the strip at the shopping centers and things, it's fairly normal.
Dice, bueno, la situación no, es más bien normal, quizá un poco contrastando con lo que estamos viendo aquí en Argentina. You had to fight Israel González in April. The fight got cancelled. Will he be your opponent when things get back to normal?
Yeah, that's right. I was supposed to fight Israel González on April 17, but that got cancelled due to the coronavirus. I believe they're still having trouble getting Mexicans over here to the United States, so I don't believe I'll be fighting him in this next fight. But we're still waiting for an opponent to be confirmed. Top Rank had a meeting with the Nevada Commission today, and they have approved for the fights to go ahead next month. So we'll have a meeting with them in the next few days and sort out my opponent.
Bueno, nos comenta Andrew que Israel González, al ser mexicano, no puede ir a Estados Unidos. Hay una restricción en ese sentido, que han hablado con Top Rank para que el mes que se viene se retome el boxeo y justamente van a buscarle un rival que seguramente no sea Israel González. I saw a video of you saying that you were going to sparring today. Who is your sparring partner now?
Most of my sparring previously was just with my twin brother Jason, but we sparred with a boy from yesterday who, his name's Andy. I can't remember his surname, but he's a very good fighter. We got him tested to make sure he was free of the virus, and that came back all good. So we were able to spar with him yesterday, which was really good work. And we have another 3 sparring partners coming next week to stay with us here in Las Vegas. And obviously once they've all been tested and they're corona-free, then we'll have another 3 sparring partners to work with, which is going to be really good.
Bueno, nos comenta Andrew que está entrenando con su hermano mellizo, Jason, también hay un gran boxeador de la categoría gallo, que entrenó también con un chico llamado Andy muy bueno, y que van a estar llegando 3 sparring nuevos la semana que viene. Taekwondo, por supuesto, lo han testeado para saber que estaba libre de coronavirus, y de a poquito se van acercando algunos sparring para pulir los entrenamientos. Tell me some differences between Las Vegas and Kingsley.
Well, the weather's beautiful in both. It's a bit hotter here in Las Vegas. But in terms of cities, they're completely different. Las Vegas is obviously the big bright lights, lots of casinos and hotels, and very busy usually. But Kingscliff is just a small town north of New South Wales, right near the Gold Coast, which is mostly known for having beautiful beaches and quite a relaxed environment. So, perfect place to train.
bueno, dice que Las Vegas, claro, es muy ruidoso, tiene sus hoteles, y es completamente contrario al Kingsley, donde es Andrew, que tiene su tranquilidad, que es una ciudad pequeña, donde hay unas lindas playas. Es un contraste, claro, por supuesto. Tell me this, Australia has its boxing history, but we can say that it's better known for rugby, for example. How did you decide to become a boxer in Australia?
Yeah, well, that's right. Boxing is not very big in Australia. The main sport is actually Australian rules football. We call that AFL over there, which is a different type of football. It's not soccer or rugby. But that was my original goal. My dream when I was young was to play Australian rules football professionally. And when I was playing, when I was 13 years old, myself and my brother decided that we'd take up boxing just for extra fitness to help us with our football. But we fell in love with boxing, and a few years later we decided that boxing's what we want to do now, and we stopped playing footy and concentrated on boxing, and here we are 17 years later.
A good choice, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's right. I'm too small to play football, so it was a good choice.
Diciendo que jugaba fútbol australiano, un deporte que bueno, aquí en Argentina no se conoce, y que con su hermano Jason decidieron iniciarse en el boxeo para complementarlos de la parte física, y bueno, se terminaron enamorando del boxeo, y bueno, lo bien que hicieron, ¿no? Here in Argentina, for example, a boy that wants to become a boxer has a lot of difficulties. I mean, he has to work in a job of 10, 12 hours, for example, and then the time he has left, he uses it to train. How is a boxer built in Australia?
Yeah, it's the same situation really in Australia. For the early part of my career, I was having to work. I had my own personal training business where I would train other clients to help them get fit and lose weight. So I would do that from early morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning, till around 11 o'clock, and then I'd use the rest of the day to train twice a day to compete as a professional boxer. It was only when I moved to Kingscliff to train with my new trainer, and I'd had about 15 fights at that stage, that I was able to commit to boxing full time. And that's also due to my sponsors that allowed me to do that, because without sponsorship at that level, you just can't box full time. So I'm very lucky that I have a few sponsors that have allowed me to train full time and dedicate myself 100% to boxing.
Yeah. So you tell me that since fight number 15, you were able to live only of boxing.
I believe I'd had about 15 fights at that stage, yes. But yeah, that's a lot to do with my sponsors who look after me, and I'm very grateful and lucky to have them. That's these guys right here.
No dice Andrew que bueno, que no muy diferente de Argentina. Él también tuvo que trabajar al mismo tiempo que entrenaba, sobre todo en su etapa amateur, que a partir de la pelea número 15 pudo vivir solamente el boxeo, y entre otras cosas, por supuesto, ayudado por los sponsors que tanto apoyan a los boxeadores. Tell me, how is to share this passion with your brother?
Yeah, I'm very lucky to have a twin brother who's also a professional boxer, and he's on the same journey as I am. I think it's been a huge help for us because we're extremely competitive, so we've helped to push each other to a new level every day in training. Over the last few months, it's definitely been even more of an advantage, because most people haven't had anyone to train alongside or anyone to spar with for the last few weeks because of this virus, but we're lucky that we've been living together and able to spar with each other a few times a week and keep each other fight ready.
Bueno, nos comentan que es muy bueno compartir esta pasión con su hermano, porque claro, entrenan juntos y se van llevando porque son competitivos a un nuevo nivel. Who loves it more? I mean boxing.
I would say we both love it the same. We're very lucky that we can do something that we love for a living as our job. But yeah, we both live and breathe boxing. It's our real passion. So yeah, we both love it the same.
Bueno, dice que aman los dos el boxeo de la misma manera. Let me tell you this, you are the interim WBA super flyweight champion. You are in a division with lots of big names. How far or how close do you feel from Román González and Juan Francisco Estrada?
I'm actually the regular champion now. I was elevated from interim champion to regular champion because they allowed Calify to fight against Román González when his mandatory was due. So that fight was for the super championship. So I'm actually the regular champion now, and I feel like I can match you with any of the super flyweights in the world. I'd love to fight either Chocolatito or Estrada. They're both very, very good fighters and people that I've watched for years as a young fighter growing up. But I believe I can match it with all the guys at the super flyweight division, and I look forward to proving that in my next fight, and hopefully before the end of the year I can get in the ring with one of those guys.
Bueno, comentando que se siente a la altura de Román González, de Juan Francisco Estrada, que podría enfrentarlos, que ojalá esa pelea se dé, probablemente pueda darse en breve, que él es actual campeón regular de la entidad, no interino. Bueno, es una pelea, sería una pelea bastante complicada. Let me ask you this, do you feel any pressure of being, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, the only Australian boxing champion today?
It's a real honour to be the only current world champion. I don't really feel any added pressure from that. I just hope that I can inspire the next generation and the other Australian boxers that, you know, we can match it with the rest of the world, even though we're a small nation in terms of boxing, that we, you know, if you train hard and dedicate yourself, that we can match it with these guys and we can beat them, and you can become world champion. So I don't think there's any added pressure from it. There's always pressure with boxing because it's a very brutal sport. You know, one loss can set you back a long way. So there's always pressure, but I believe in myself and my team and the hard work we put in the gym, and I'm confident of beating anyone.
Bueno, comentando que no siente presión de ser el único campeón del mundo australiano hoy en día, que incluso lo ve como una motivación para inspirar a generaciones futuras en un país que no es tan grande boxísticamente como Australia. You know that there is a documentary in Netflix, at least here in Argentina, it's known as Contragolpe. I don't know the exact name that is being translated. And there, Oscar de la Hoya talks about the Mayweather effect. He says that it's more important being undefeated, no matter who you fight, than losing a fight and fight the best. You are undefeated, so let me ask you, how important is to remain undefeated?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's a bit of a part of the sport which Mayweather did change, that everyone now wants to be undefeated and tries to protect their record. And I don't like that. I think it was better back in the older days where fighters, the best would fight the best, and it wouldn't really matter so much if you lost, as long as you tried your best and gave a good fight for the crowd and the fans. And, you know, you could come back in your next fight and become champion again and still be in big fights. Yeah, I don't like that so much, that a loss is seen as such a huge deal these days, but I plan on staying undefeated, so let's hope we can keep it that way.
Bueno, comentando yo que no es tan importante para él quizá mantener el invicto, sino que añora más las épocas antiguas, los viejos tiempos, cuando los mejores se enfrentaban a los mejores, entendiendo que se puede perder y se puede también volver de una derrota, pero por lo pronto él planea continuar invicto. Who would you say has been your best or your toughest opponent?
I've been asked this a few times. I think my best opponent that I've fought is Luis Concepcion. He was a former two-time world champion. And even though it wasn't my toughest fight, because I fought very well that night and stuck to my game plan and got through the fight relatively easily, like I won quite convincingly and ended up stopping him in the last round. So it probably wasn't physically my hardest fight, but I believe he was my toughest opponent.
Bueno, dice Andrew que creo que su rival más duro fue Luis Concepción, 2 veces campeón del mundo. There is people asking also questions. If you want to answer, you are free to do it.
Yeah.
Some of the fan says, who is, let me see this one. Well, I'm not as good as you think in Instagram. Who is for you, Andrew, the best fighter of all time? And what need a new boxer to be better?
Of all time? I can't pick one. I've always change. I've got a list of fighters that I really like watching, but yeah, I find it very hard to pick one. I love Julio Cesar Chavez, Sugar Ray Leonard. I really liked Roberto Duran. Yeah, there's so many. Ricardo Lopez is a great fighter.
Benito Lopez.
Yeah. I have so many that I like, and I just chop and change which one is my favorite every few weeks. But those guys...
I'm surprised you mentioned a lot of Latinos. Duran, Chavez, Benito Lopez. Do you watch, or have you ever watched Latinos fight? Do you prefer them?
Out of all my top favorite boxers, I would say 90% of them are Mexican. I love the way the Mexicans and Latinos fight. Juan Manuel Marquez is also one of my favorites. I really liked Oscar De La Hoya too in his early days. I love Mexican fighters.
Bueno, dice que le encanta el boxeo mexicano. Habló de Márquez, habló de César Chávez, de Roberto Durán, de Ricardo Finito López. Finito López finished his career undefeated.
Yeah, he was a very, very good fighter. He's definitely one of my favorites of all time.
How would you define yourself as a boxer? You are a technician, you are a puncher, you are smart.
I believe I can box any style, really. I can fight going forward or backwards. I can box or I can sit in close and fight like a Mexican, I suppose. I just do whatever I think is going to be the easiest way for me to win the fight. So I believe I can box many different styles, and I just adjust that on my opponent and what I think is going to be the best way to get the victory.
Mm-hmm. So you think your best attribute maybe that you can adapt?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bueno, dice Andrew que no se define como un técnico ni como un golpeador, sino que es un boxeador que puede adaptarse al estilo de los rivales para sacar adelante una pelea. Cree que ese es su mejor atributo. Tomás Aguirre, a reporter from Argentina, a colleague, asked you about the low purchase. I don't know if that the right thing to say, of the inner divisions, the minimum, the light flyweight. What do you think about that?
Sorry, say that one more time.
It's about the payment that the lower divisions get. That is, obviously, it's not the same purse that the middleweight maybe gets. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's been the case for a long time now. And I think it's wrong. Like, I'm probably a little bit biased because I like watching the lighter weight fighters, and I think they're much more exciting fights. But I think it's wrong that you get guys at welterweight that are maybe B-level fighters, and they're getting paid in the millions of dollars. And then you got these top of, best fighters of the decade. Like, for example, guys you mentioned earlier, Chocolatito and Estrada and things like that, who've been at the top of the sport for a long time, and they're getting paid maybe half or less than that of the guys from welterweight up who really aren't special fighters. So I think it's wrong, and I hope that it changes. I think the lighter weights are starting to get a bit more attention these days, and I hope that starts to reflect with the purses.
Uh-huh. Bueno, comentando que claro, que le parece equivocado que las bolsas, que las categorías más pequeñas perciban menos que las más grandes, porque incluso muchos boxeadores de esas divisiones, sacando que las peleas son verdaderamente guerras y atrapantes, han tenido boxeadores como por ejemplo Román González, uno de los más importantes del tiempo, incluso top libra por libra, que bueno, espera que eso cambie pronto. Let me ask you this, who is better, Andrew Moloney or Jason Moloney?
I'm better, mate. we get asked this all the time, and I say me, he says he is, but we used to be very competitive against each other, and we still are outside of boxing, but in boxing we try and help each other these days, and try and, lift each other to the next level instead of competing against each other, because I want him to become world champion and, have a great career as well as for myself. So, yeah, we're not competing against each other anymore. We're trying to be the best we both can be.
Dice que no hay uno mejor, que uno dice que es el otro dice que es uno, pero que en realidad se ayudan mutuamente para llevarse al siguiente nivel, para empujarse, para mejorar. Esa es, que no compiten entre ellos, que esa es la realidad que tienen. I know that your idol is Danny Green.
Yeah, correct.
But who would you say is the best Australian boxer ever?
Going from what, my era, or from, video footage that I can watch, Jeff Fennick is probably considered as the best Australian fighter of all time. So yeah, Jeff Fennick, Lionel Rose. I'll put Danny Green in there as well, because he's my personal favourite. But I would say if you're going to pick one, Jeff Fennick probably is the best Australian of all time. And then you can count. Some people count Kostya as an Australian, but he was a Russian that lived in Australia, so it depends if you count him or not.
Sure. What would you say needs to change in Australia to, build new world champions? What would you change of that situation?
We really need, the television and the media don't really give boxing much attention. So it sort of goes under the radar, and a lot of people don't show any interest from an early age in boxing. It's all Australian rules, football, rugby, soccer, cricket. So therefore we don't have that many boxers in Australia. So the level of competition locally and inspiring isn't very high. So I believe if the TV and media get behind boxing and, it's more accessible, that more people will start to box. And you didn't see that.
Who's there?
So if more people start to box, then the level is going to rise, and we're going to become better and better, and develop more world champions.
Bueno, dice Andrew que él cree que es muy importante que tenga más apoyo al boxeo, a la televisión también, para inspirar, para atraer más gente, para que el boxeo en Australia crezca y, bueno, se construyan nuevos campeones mundiales. Who was modeling there?
That was my coach. He, lucky you didn't see what he was doing.
Dice que es entrenador, a quien se oportunamente ahí lo estaba bromeando. Where's Jason? Where is Jason now?
He's in the swimming pool. We were just relaxing and cooling down. We're about to go to the gym soon.
Bueno, Jason está en la pileta relajándose porque, bueno, tuvo una tarde de gimnasio. Honestly, forget he's your brother. Forget it for a second. How, or do you think he can become a world champion? He's in a very tough division.
No, 100%. Jason, people who've seen him fight know that he's good, but he's even better than what he's shown so far. And the fighter that fought Emmanuel Rodriguez for the World Championship back in the World Boxing Super Series, Jason's 10 times better than that fighter back then. If that opportunity happened now, with Jason's experience and how much he's developed over the last year or two, he would win that fight easily. I'm very confident that he'll become world champion as soon as he gets another chance, whether that be later this year or early next year.
Bueno, dice que Andrew que cree que Jason va a ser 100% seguro un campeón mundial, que la derrota con Manny Rodríguez, si esa pelea se hiciera hoy, seguramente la ganaría, y que ha mejorado, que ha crecido, y seguramente cuente con esa chance el año que viene. Between us, no one is listening. Be honest with me. with a hand in your heart. Did Chef Horn beat Pacquiao?
I'll probably get a lot of hate for saying this, but I actually thought Jeff won the fight.
Okay.
It's a very, very close fight, and it probably could have gone either way, as the scorecard showed. But I think if you don't watch the fight thinking that's Manny Pacquiao, you just look at fighter A and fighter B. I think Jeff won that fight, just. But when you watch it, you think that's Manny Pacquiao, and all you do is watch Manny Pacquiao. People get persuaded, and then on top of that, you had the commentary, which was very biased from the American television with Teddy Atlas, that made people think that it was a rip-off, but I don't believe that was the case.
Bueno, comenta Andrew que él cree que Horn efectivamente venció a Pacquiao. There was an Argentinian judge in that fight, Ramon Serran, who said that Horn beat Pacquiao also.
I think he's right.
So, you are not the only one. Yeah, I know. You were close. You were in Chile. You were near from Argentina. How was that experience?
Yeah, Chile was a great place. It was very, very nice, and the people there looked after us so well. Especially Nicholas from Libra and Andreas Campos. He gave me great sparring. And Pato Lucas also helped me with sparring as well. But Nicholas went out of his way to just make sure we had absolutely everything we needed and just couldn't be more helpful. And so everyone in Chile was extremely nice to us and made us feel welcome. And yeah, I had a really good time in Chile. And yeah, hopefully I'll go back there one day.
Bueno, comenta un poco la experiencia en Chile. Hizo sparring con Andrés Campos, la promesa chilena con la que hablamos hace un par de días. Que Nicolás, quien lo recibió allí, se encargó de ofrecerle todas las comodidades, que la pasó muy bien, que espera volver algún día. I talked to Andrés Campos a few days ago, and I asked him how did he feel sparring with the world champion. And he said that it was an amazing experience, and that you kind of showed him that he still needs to get a bit better to have important chances. Do you think he's a prospect, or he still needs to grow?
No, Andreas is a very, very promising fighter. He has a lot of talent, and he was giving me some very, very good sparring. And all he needs is experience. He's only young. He's only had not many professional fights, but in the future, he's definitely going to be a future champion.
Bueno, cree que Andrés Campos sí va a ser un futuro campeón del mundo. Chile has never had a world champion, so he may be the first one.
Yeah, I think there's a pretty big chance that he might be your first world champion.
Let's hope he doesn't have to face you in the future. You're in the same division.
Well, he's been fighting at flyweight now, so hopefully he stays at flyweight, and he can be the flyweight king, and I can be the king of the super flyweights.
All right. I'm thankful for your time. There are some people there. If you want to join, there's no problem. Really, I honestly appreciate you. You took your time to give this interview for Argentine fans, Australian fans, and fans around the world to join. So, you close the interview.
No, thank you for having me. Hopefully one day I'll be able to come to Argentina. There's been some great Argentina fighters over the years as well. And I look forward to hopefully coming over there one day and seeing Argentina.